Hello everybody. Haven't made a video in a very long time. Um I lots happened. Um I just wanted to make this video for a, a recent event that happened. Um I had a dream. I'd say this has probably been about 5 or 6 months ago, but I think of it almost every day. Um I had a dream that I was in a dark suburban area and I was alone. And um, it seems like, it's nighttime. Um, and I just remember going through yards, and for some reason, there was a Saint Bernard in my dream, and it was like following me around. And I think I jumped on this trampoline in someone's yard, almost like I was like a child. And one of the houses I grew up in when I was a kid, the neighbor guy across the street had Saint Bernards. He had a fenced-in yard with Saint Bernards, which I don't know if that's why. And this is totally random, and this dream was totally random, and it was something that it's not like one of those weird dreams that don't make sense. Like everything in this dream was very vivid, and it made sense, and um, it wasn't you could make sense of all of it, and it was really unexpected. But like I was saying, I was in this suburban area and it's nighttime, it's really dark out, and I'm going through yards. And I think I jumped on this trampoline or ran around this trampoline or something. And the Saint Bernard was in the dream for some reason. And I remember this part where it was really dark, this like area I was in, and I heard something behind me. And I thought to myself, for some reason I told myself this. And I said, "Where's God when you need him?" And I turned around and I looked up, and there was a cross. There was someone in the middle. Looked like somebody was on the right, and then someone on the left. And the cross was in the middle behind this middle person. And this person on the right was carrying, I remember this very vividly, carrying a woman. And she had, something I remember is she had a really long hair dangling down. Didn't recognize her or who she was. I didn't make out who was holding her. And it just started coming down at me from the sky. And I just remember falling on my face, and I just knew it was him. And I put my face onto the ground, and I remember saying, like, "I'm scared to look at you." And I'm laying face down, and I'm still laying on my stomach, and I lift my head up, and here's who I believe to be Jesus, laying on his stomach, right across from me, like laying right in front of me, with his head up the same way I was laying. And I remember he reached his hand out, kind of like he was shaking my hand. Like, how you, almost like you'd arm wrestle somebody, and that, like, we latched hands like this. And I remember, like, almost like it, it, the way we were latching hands, we were both laying on our stomach. It's almost like it looked like we were having an arm wrestle, and we were laying down, like on the ground, like this, with our elbows propped. But when I went like this, there was no, he wasn't tensing back. Like it was just loose. And something I really remember is looking at his hands, and they were really rough and like calloused, and like just, like just like a working man's hands would look like, somebody that would work really hard. And he he didn't have long hair. Um, he had some facial hair. Can't remember the color of his eyes. Um, and I think, if I remember correctly, he said something to me, and I don't remember what he said. But after that, my dream switched automatically. And I was in the kitchen, in a kitchen with my children, and we and their mom, and I was the same height as my children, almost like I was a child. And I was playing with them, and I remember their mom was looking, she was looking at me, and I just grew up into a full-grown man right in front of her. And I remember her eyes kind of got big, and she kind of like leaned back, and I woke up. Um, Never, to my remembrance, I've never had a dream of God. Um, I've never dreamed about God. All the years that I've been a Christian, and I've never dreamed about him. There's a lot of things in the dream that I guess I don't understand, like who the person was in the middle, and then who the person was carrying the woman, what the woman represented, I guess. I told someone else this dream a while back, and not saying that that's what it means, but they said it could have represented the bride of Christ. I guess I guess that's a good guess. But that dream was extremely real to me, and never have had anything like that before. But I hope everyone's doing good, and I've been through a lot lately, a lot of things. I've learned a lot, I've seen a lot. Um, I'm almost 27 now, 27 years old. I don't think I've made a video in a few years, so it's nice seeing you guys again. I hope everything is well. God bless.